Hi everyone, it's AJ with Hippie Fertilizing. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. Today we're going to jump back into like natural holistic lawn care and a different way to do it. And as we do this, we're going to first jump into a little bit about soil basics, right? Number one, something called the soil food web. Some of you may be very familiar. Some people maybe never heard the term, but essentially there's a whole lot going on in soil, okay? And it's important that a whole lot goes on in soil, from bacteria, fungi, earthworms, arthropods, all kinds of stuff, right? Even the birds in the sky and the squirrels running around, all in some way contribute to our soil food web. Now that's important because when you increase the diversity, you increase bacteria, fungi, and all the things that are going to make nutrient cycling happen in a much more effective, efficient way that also makes your plants, your turf, your trees, whatever, more protected and healthy. So preventing disease, even stuff like heat, stress, cold stress, resistance, and tolerance, it really, really goes up. So one of the things that is super important in feeding that soil food web is carbon, right? And lawn care, there's lots of talk about fertilizer ratios and nitrogen, and all that's important, right? But what really gets overlooked big time, I find, is that we don't talk about organic matter. We don't talk about compost enough. We don't talk about carbon in the soil, right? It's highly effective there. It's necessary for all the little life in the soil. There's a few bacteria and fungi that can live off of nitrogen and minerals, but most of it requires carbon. And then the cool thing is as you feed all that, it becomes like a recycling little source, because as those little microbes and fungi and stuff die off, they become the next food source for more nitrogen or bacteria and fungi that you need. Anyway, other things to consider is that not all nitrogen is the same, right? You have ammonium nitrogen, which is like NH4. You have nitrate nitrogen, which is NH3. Different things like different nitrogen, all right? And then also, how is it impacting the soil? Some of this information has only been out or been discovered since the 1980s. Just like, you know, going on 40 years now, but still, in the scheme of soil biology and the life of lawn care, which has really not been that long either, but much longer than 1980s, it's not that long, right? So as we move into this, we're gonna, you know, slowly tap open like soil biology, soil food web in our lawn, right? Because the more we know, the better decisions we can make. So one of the things I would encourage you to think about today as we wrap this up, because I really want to make these kind of short and condensed as possible, is how are you feeding your soil food web? Did you add carbon? Did you do stuff that is going to actually feed fungi and bacteria? Because as we hear those things, it's common to think, oh, fungus is bad, let's kill it. Don't. You know, and bacteria, right? Germs, microbes. It's becoming more popular now that, you know, bacteria can be a really good thing. Same way in the soil. So think of like probiotics for your gut, probiotics for your soil. Prebiotics for your gut, prebiotics for your soil, right? So high quality compost, great way to start feeding your lawn. Stuff like seaweed, molasses, humic acid, all soil foods, right? We'll jump more into those later, but again, I just wanted to jump back on, kind of keep this thing going here. And that was just a very, very, very brief rundown of the chapter 1 in teaming with microbes. All right, if you're interested in reading this book yourself, I will have a link to the book on Amazon in the down below, along with a few others of things that I just like. All right, so Thank you for watching. We'll be back again soon. And please let me know in the comments what you think, if I should go even more into depth on certain things. But again, we will continue. I do want to make certain things faster because it's a busload of information. And I don't want to turn on the fire hydrant, you know? I just want to turn on the faucet on a nice little drip like we need when there's going to be a freeze that we just passed. Anyway, y'all have a super groovy day. Hope you've had a very Merry Christmas. And I think I'll see you again before the new year. Y'all have a super groovy one. Thank you for checking out Hippie Fertilizing. Peace.